Some big Champions League, some good games it should be over the next couple of days. Arsenal, of course, looking to come from behind there, 1-0 down going into the second leg against Porto. If you saw this game, Porto it was basically Atletico Madrid. Back in the day, they wasted time and they really, in the end, did a brilliant job of frustrating Arsenal, and Odegaard has responded to that looking ahead to the game. This game against Porto was one where the ball was out of play a lot and a lot of stop and starts and restarts and all this. I think you saw that also against Brentford, and I think we dealt with it in a brilliant way. I think that was a good practice. Hopefully we can do that even better tomorrow. First of all, we want to play our game. We don't want to focus too much on them and what they are doing. Porto's game plan was successful, completely successful, really, in the first leg.
Let me just counter Martin Odegaard and other players that keep suggesting these things. The laws have changed. Now, you may have noticed when injury time was 2 and 3 minutes, sometimes now it's 10 minutes. So you can talk about, but I think more important than time wasting in the game in Portugal, in this game coming up for Arsenal, is the physicality that Porto will try and bring and to try and ruffle the feathers of Arsenal players. Wind them up, get them bookings, get them a sending off. When the ball goes out of play for time wasting, officials add it on these days. Whether fans and we like it or not, there's 10, 12 minutes injury time. That's not an excuse. They didn't play well enough in Portugal. They didn't play particularly well at the weekend, to be quite frank with you, a late Havertz goal. And if they are lacklustre, this is a very experienced Porto side, but my God, they've got Pepe at the back. He's 40 or thereabouts. So, come on. I'm expecting Arsenal to turn the heat up here, put away the whining and moaning about what the game was in Portugal and do what they've done very well this season, and is put Porto away.
Let's take a look at everyone's predictions, shall we? No surprise, everyone is going for an Arsenal victory to see them through to the quarter-finals. Of course, 1-0. Shaka, you're very confident.
Yeah, listen, I think Porto on the road just kind of wilt under the Arsenal pressure. And once Arsenal get that goal, and listen, I expect Porto to be as pragmatic, and let's put it as nice as I can, as we have ever seen early on. Once Arsenal kind of break that hold on Porto, get the first goal, I think it all comes tumbling down. And it turns out quite clearly to be a very comfortable Arsenal win.
And what's the chances of us being able to watch this game tomorrow?